Okay, so this little video is going to be about how to kind of get started and set up our new websites that are going to have an e-commerce facility. So it's going to be a website type where people are able to purchase and buy things from your website. I have set up a practice one here for student 25 so that I can do demos, and you guys all have your own student numbers. So I'm going to use this for demonstration purposes. When you guys get set up and log in with your username and passwords, or if you go to your domain, student 27, student 28, student whatever, you'll see something a little bit different to me. I think you'll see the home page, but all your blog posts will hit that home page because that's the way it's set up by default with WordPress. And you guys actually did this before on your first web, but you did it so long ago you might have forgotten. So I'm going to just show you how to do that again. You will also see an option up here saying sample page. In fact, you might only see two navigation buttons, one that says home and one that says sample page, because all these other buttons here, all these other navigation buttons, they arrived in when I installed the WooCommerce plugin, which is something else I might do in this video. So when you look at your new website, you might see the word home, you might see the word sample page, and you'll see your blog posts kind of landing here on the home page, which we don't really want. So what I'm going to do here in this video, I'm going to go into settings, set up a static home page, and tell the system so that whenever you do a blog post, it goes to your blog, not to the home page. The home page is going to be a static page. We'll do that. We will then probably install a storefront theme. In fact, I might have gone a little bit ahead of myself because when you look at your sites, they might actually look like this. This might be the default what you're seeing. When you install Storefront, it will then look like this, and you'll see two buttons, home and sample page and all that kind of stuff. So I guess we'll have a little look at Storefront first. So if I go over here to change from this default theme that you're seeing, I'm in student 39, which I think is maybe Xbox. This is what you guys might be seeing. So in order to change from that to this, we want to, first of all, go to themes, which should be under appearance, and then you go to themes. And if you remember themes, like last time we used a 2012 theme, a theme is just a new dress, a new suit. It's kind of like how you make the site look, right? How you make it look nice. And there's hundreds, thousands of them to pick from. We are going to use this one called Storefront, and you can search for that in the when you would go add new, search for Storefront, and then you're going to don't want you doing any of this now. You're going to watch the video again and kind of go through the steps. I need you to focus on the video at the moment. So we're going to install Storefront. We're going to activate Storefront. Storefront is a very stable theme. I like it a lot. And anytime WordPress does updates to their core code, they test it on Storefront. That means that Storefront is very, very stable. One of the weaknesses I personally feel of the WordPress and that whole environment is that because of the use of plugins, if you have a website with like 20 different plugins doing all kinds of different things, all what they call the bells and whistles, and it's a really busy, functional website, high functioning website. Well, unfortunately, when updates come along to the core code, unfortunately, sometimes they might break a plugin, and the plugin might cease to work. And then you've got to kind of like do some troubleshooting. It can take a couple of hours, and it's a real pain. Which is why I like this Storefront theme, because it won't break. It gets tested by WordPress community all the time and by WooCommerce all the time. So so I'm happy about this particular theme, and it's got a nice kind of storefront look to it. It looks like a nice shop. Looks very e-commerce oriented theme. So anyway, that's the one we're going to install and activate. So that'll be the first thing. Then I'm going to want you to go over to Plugins, that's a theme. Then we go to plugins right here, and I'm gonna just pull up my you're gonna go add new. I'm gonna pull up installed plugins because I might already have WooCommerce installed. I'm just gonna have a little look. So here's my themes, yeah, and here's the WooCommerce install, and I've already activated it. So you're gonna go to like add new plugin, you'll search for WooCommerce, and then you'll install it and activate it. For Lucy and Maddie, you can see I did have the meta slider in there, but I deactivated it because I wasn't too keen on it. I'll circle back around to that. The rest of us, don't you worry about that meta slider. I'm not going to send you in that direction, but you are going to put in WooCommerce plugin. So when you've done those two things, then your site will kind of look like this. When you put in the storefront theme, it will go white background appearance. It will no longer look like this. And then when you put in the WooCommerce plugin, the cool thing about that plugin is it's like now it gives you, the checkout, it gives you a cart, it gives you a shop, all this cool stuff. You can see things like this start to appear on your site. So a lot of smart people have done all the work in the background, and like this is free. It's a free plugin. It's really awesome. I actually use it in the real world on several websites. One of them does an awful lot of money on a daily basis, and I use that free WooCommerce plugin. So when you do those two things, that's when you will see the home button, that's when you will see the sample page, and that's when you will see these options appear. So what we're going to do is, first thing I'm going to do is, where it says sample page, I'm going to change that to blog. Change that name to blog. And the home page, I'm going to have a little look over here. We're going to go to pages to do these things. Now that you've got to this stage, I'm just going to go to all pages. And Maddie and Lucy might remember better than I, but where it said blog, this one actually said sample page. I'm just going to click into it. And all I did was change the name from sample page to blog. Sorry for this running a little bit slow, but so all I did here was change the sample page name, and I changed that to blog. And I hit update, and that's real simple. I'm changing the name of that. Again, mine's running slow for some reason here. And then I added a home page. I went to new, and I believe I added a home page. Again, you just add a new page. I'm not going to save that. I'm just going to come back out of there. Because what you do next is, and this is the bit you guys might have forgotten, that stuff you'll remember, it's pretty easy. See if I can get out of here. Here's the tricky little bit, just for the setup purposes. So what you do next is we go to settings, because now that we've got our home page, and don't worry that you'll end up with two home pages. I know there was kind of one there by default, but when you set up that new one and you've changed your sample page to call it blog, then you go to settings, and you go to settings and you select reading. And it's weird, it's not intuitive, I know that. And this is where, that's why I'm kind of showing you again, this is where instead of, by default it has this selected, you switch it to static page and you tell it, my home page is going to be my new home page. My posts, I want you to go to that new blog page where you change the name from sample page to blog. You put it right here, you select blog. And on your blogs, in that feed, you can have a full text blog, you can have a summary. I kind of like the summary myself. That gives you a little like 3 lines, and then it says read more. So it doesn't put the whole blog post up there. It just gives you a little kind of introduction, little teaser, and if people want to read more about it, then they click on that, and then the whole blog post expands open. I'm just going to hit save my changes, and that should get you guys to this point where you have a home page where you can put your homepage content. Welcome to our, whatever you're selling, jewelry, art. Oh, by the way, guys, if you wanted, like, if you're an artistic type person, or if you wanted a portfolio of your artwork, a college portfolio, if you like to write, anything like that, just let me know, and we can see if we can integrate that into the website so that you have, a portfolio for, a submission to art school, or you're writing for a submission to college, whatever you want to do. Just let me know, and we'll see if we can accommodate all those requests. Because it is, again, a creative process, and if there's something you're really into, then this would be a real kind of fun or neat way to kind of collate that information and see how you might display it to the world. And if it was really good and you really liked it, then I'll just leave the URL up there. And as long as you don't get hacked, you'll have a free website with all your stuff on it, so the world can read about it. And we can even have a shop if you wanted. Anyway, just talking about it will accommodate those requests. So let's see. Right, so we've kind of got to this point. Now you have a homepage where it'll be like, hey, welcome to our website. We sell jewelry. This is my art portfolio, whatever. You'll have a blog option where you can blog about the topic, blog about your products, blog about whatever you want to blog about. And then after that, I'm going to start next week, and I'm going to take you into all these options and how we set up the shop and how we set up products, how we create variations, all the stuff that sizes and all the stuff that's required for that. But you guys will have no difficulty with your homepage, and you'll be able to create something there. You'll have no difficulty with creating blogs. That's easy for you. And then I'm going to have to try and get some images and stuff in there and categories. So anyway, look, I'm going to stop this video now because I've been going on for a little while. Just going to stop this one, get it up on the website for us so you guys can get started. Thanks.